you're no longer in combat, just like an NPC would say. They say like, oh, I guess it was nothing. Like if you sneak away from like a super mutant or something, or a normal enemy, or like a human, or, I don't know, something that can talk, they'll say, I guess it was nothing. And your character will say that also. It's pretty funny at times when he does say it. If you listen closely, right when I beat the game, he'll say it as well. Which hopefully you guys can maybe hear. I'm not entirely sure. It all depends on how quiet we are. But yeah, I did some slope jumping, and hopefully I have certain monsters that spawn. Like I want dogs to spawn because they can bite me in the tushy and make me go forward a little faster. Save a little bit of steps. Bloatfly spawned here. But anyway, I promised earlier I would explain on the thank you, on the walking section how clipping works. So when you reload the game, you skip dialogue. That's one of the things that can happen. But also when you reload the game, you can you can move around a little bit before anything else loads. So you and the floor load, because if the floor didn't load, you would just keep falling straight down. So when you load the game, you load and the floor loads, but walls don't, and some objects don't. So you can clip through them temporarily because you can occupy their space before they even exist. So when I was in Dad's office and I would go out of bounds, I was like jamming my body into a certain direction while facing a certain direction, and that would make it really easy for me to constantly move a little bit each time until I was all the way past the wall and out of bounds. So when I go through doors, that's what I'm doing. A lot of doors are really easy, some doors aren't. The doors that I do clip through are the ones that are easy, of course, and you'll be able to see which ones by just watching. And when I go too far out of bounds, the game, or I guess the developers knew that their game wasn't programmed perfectly. So they know that if you go too far out of bounds on accident, they programmed a way where it resets your position to a specific spot every single time on that map. So if I go out of bounds within that part of the vault, it'll reset me to that center position downstairs. And I can only be down there when I'm after I take the goat, normally, if I don't do the glitch. But since I'm down there, it triggers the fact that we're in the future and there's chaos in the vault. Oh, sweet, a dog. Speed boosts. This is legitimate strats.
This is fast.
This actually is fast. That's like 6 bytes now? 5 bytes?
Yeah, that's like a whole second.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I should be slow jumping too. Like, that's like
Look at this blazing speed.
Okay, that was wonderful. I gotta make sure to do a quick save up here so the super mutants don't kill us, because they can throw grenades and say things like "game over" and "time to die." It's never time to die. Found you. Yeah, they threw a grenade. I heard him say "catch," but he obviously missed.
They're a little less eloquent than they were in Fallout 1.
I bind quick save to E. I mean, quick save to Q and quick load to E. So it makes it really easy. Those are like primary things. Typically in a run, or when you play this game, those are bound to like auto run and interact. But
Yeah, so we're coming up to Little Lamplight here. A pretty big glitch is about to be done, found by a runner who's on GeoLegend.
The third thing that you can do when you reload the game is store memory for a lot of things. But one of the things you can store memory on is the way you were standing. So if you're jumping in midair, you can store the memory of when you're falling. So I'm going to go out of bounds, go into the water. Come on. Go into the water after I clip out through this wall. Save when I'm out of the water. Reload when I'm inside the water. And now I'm doing the glitch called swim in air. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm out of bounds. It thinks that I'm still swimming, and so I can do this forever. But this just skips like I have to make sure I don't go too far out of bounds, or else I'll teleport back. But this skips a lot of the gate.
Since your last known position was in water, and when you quick load,
I just wanted to show it some more.
it's a really cool glitch.
Sometimes I accidentally press quick load on E because, as you'll see in the next run, Oblivion. Oh, I am drowning. Let's just make this run a little more interesting. On Oblivion, E is my interact key, and it's also quick load here, so it's really hard to not accidentally hit quick load. There we go. That's not that bad. That's just not right.